Hi Gemini, welcome to your forecast. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Tarot of Light. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but being that it's me or a year ahead forecast, other things are bound to show up. So just be aware of that. All right. Other areas of your life, I should say. All right, Gemini. I'm going to be doing 2 spreads. So much for the forecast. 7 of Swords. All right. 7 of Swords. King of Wands. That could be Sagittarius. 7 of Wands. 4 of Wands. 4 of Pentacles. All right, so we've got you thinking about some stuff here. Knight of Wands. That could be Leo. Could be Sagittarius. 9 of Wands, good gracious, and Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this is you. Wow, lots of busyness here. Is this work? Is this a year of work for you? Is this you dealing with someone that you just kind of had enough, that they're that you're drawing a line in the sand because you're dealing with somebody that's very, male or female, but very just it's not stable because they come home and then they move on, or they dip in and they dip out, and you just had enough of that, and so your focus is not going to be on any kind of communal situation, but rather standing your ground. We got the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles here, which you're just wanting to fortify where you're at and staying strong. We got 7 of Wands and 9 of Wands. So this is all about you in light of what happened, maybe some deception or betrayal, or just feeling like you need to have your wits about you, if nothing else, because of what happened, because of dealing with some things being not so stable in the relationship department. You've had enough, and it's time to get back to basics. What's this King of Wands for Gemini? This King of Wands for Gemini. The Hierophant. That could be Taurus. We got marriage here, or a communal situation, be a connected, committed partnership in contract or name, at least. But as far as the actions, it could have been an issue here. Someone wasn't living up to what they committed to, or there was just, it was somebody perhaps that was quite controlling, or it was a situation that wasn't meeting your needs. It might have been meeting the other person's needs, but not yours. What's this 7 of Wands about? The 7 of Wands for Gemini. Queen of Wands. That could be Aries. What's this 4 of Wands for Gemini? 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody definitely needed to be better. There needed to be much more reciprocity and equality, and just caring for the other person, and devotion and attention, and having your person's back. And someone wasn't doing that. It was all about them, and that they're going to be the decider, and they're going to be the one that says this and tells that and decides. And no. It's this 4 of Pentacles. So this is about you getting vertical and being like, no more. We've got you having to make some decisions based on some news you have recently found out. This is going to be a learning curve, because this could be feeling like things are not quite right. And I need to have you hear me on this, that I need to set a line in the sand here. This looks like dealing with a relationship and separation, the fallout of that, because you've recently found out that someone was, to put it very mildly, we could be dealing with some betrayal, lying, cheating, but also they just didn't have you in mind. The relationship served them. Yeah. What's this 4 of Pentacles for Gemini? So having found that out, this is all about you being assertive about what you want, standing your ground, going into self-protective and self-preservation mode. You're kind of starting anew. And this is you deciding what you want to do. We've got the 4 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here. So this very well could be you separating from your person, or being in separation from, headed for, final separation. But this is you. We got 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Focusing on Gemini, but it feels like there's someone else that comes along. That this could be Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. So while you're thinking, oh, I'm not putting up with this anymore, and you're going your own way and you're focused on yourself, you might have someone else show up. Oh, here it is. That wants to remind you what all the fuss is about or what the fun's about, or just lightens the load a little bit. What's this Nine of Wands about? You've always been very resourceful and known how to do stuff and do the things and go after what you want. This is a time to remember that and to do that, especially now that you have the freedom being away from your person. It doesn't feel like it's over, though. It feels like this is kind of a shock to your person. What's this Nine of Wands? This Nine of Wands for Gemini. The Sun. Good. Stand your ground. This is, so it's gonna, better not be on that furniture. This is a learning curve for you as far as getting back to, it's almost like that independence has been dormant for a while. You're getting back to that. You're remembering who you are. You're getting assertive. You're drawing a line in the sand and being like, I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I'll let you know when I'm ready. Maybe this won't make it that long, but this is me. I need to put myself first here, and I need to be self-protective. And this is you figuring out your next steps. And you need to have faith that everything is going to be okay, but you need to maintain yourself as the focus. Because the person you're dealing with does not have your best interest at heart. They are unaware, at the very least, they're unaware and unconcerned. It's this Knight of Wands. Page of Cups. There's that someone coming back in. Not them. This is somebody new. So you've got you leaving something because you're not getting your needs met. They're not caring for you like they should. They are not telling you the truth. And it's kind of their way or the highway. You're not putting up with it anymore. And you're going to draw your line in the sand, be assertive, and figure out your next moves for yourself. So this is a relationship in separation, or you moving on from that, either energetically or physically. You've got someone else coming in that could be instrumental in helping you move on and lighten the load a little bit emotionally. What's this Queen of Pentacles? And this is also you shifting your focus from this situation to getting back to doing what you love. That's going to help out a lot. Focusing on yourself, doing the fun things that you like. This could be you getting back out there and dating, and specifically energetically connecting with people that are going to give what you give in a relationship. Like if you're attentive, they're attentive. They make eye contact. They follow up, or they answer texts or whatever. You know what I mean? Somewhat it's a reciprocity, because that's an issue here. That this is an issue for your person. They're taking you for granted. They're not being a very good partner. So perhaps what's in store for the next year is, along with drawing a line in your sand and figuring out your next moves and being self-protective, you surround yourself, or you date, or you put yourself in social situations where there's an even exchange of energy and attention and focus and interest, instead of it just being one-sided. What's this Queen of Pentacles? There it is. Self-worth and you taking care of yours and your own. So that needs to be, because we've got that in spades here, is you shifting the focus to yourself. So that's definitely going to be one of the themes for 20 for you. Okay, so now I'm going to get to the next spread. Good. This could be Capricorn, by the way. Okay. All right. So we got King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. You're not done with that person yet. All right, Gemini. February for Gemini. We're going to go month by month. Settle in. These are running about 5 to 5 minutes. All right, Gemini. February for Gemini. Gemini 20. Three of Swords. Okay. February 20 for Gemini. The Hermit. March 20 for Gemini. Oops. March 20 for Eight of Wands. 20 for Gemini. Knight of Wands. That could be Leo. This could be Virgo. No, May 20 for Gemini. World. 20 for Gemini. Ace of Wands. Oh, what's going on there? Okay, so we've got you withdrawing for the first third of the year. Like February, we've got withdrawing, thinking about things. And then we've got someone coming in probably in March, or there's a change in circumstance at least in March. All right, fine. What's going on for these two? Jumped when I said Knight of Cups and Ace of Cups. Just saying. For Gemini. Knight of Cups. Okay. Destiny for Gemini. Hierophant. That could be Taurus. This could be Scorpio. Number 20 for Gemini. Number Chariot. And you can't really see it. Okay. Could be Cancerian. Word me for Gemini, please. Okay. Queen of Wands. That could be Aries. Number 20 for Gemini. The Lovers. Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. And October. November for Gemini. King of Cups. Okay. Now, do this. Give me the first 4 months of Gemini. First 4 months. First third of brand new start. The Fool. Second 4 months for Gemini. 4 months. Oopsie. The Star, that could be Aquarius. The last 4 months, or the last third, money for Gemini. Okay, what's going on there? Priestess, reversed. Could be Pisces or Cancerian. Last 4 months for Gemini. Knight of Cups, again, where is that? Knight of Cups again. Okay, all right. So is this someone not being secretive? Is this the withdrawal ending and you getting back out there because we have a new relationship? Or we got Knight of Cups and the King of Cups and the Lovers. Whoa! So the last 4 months looks like things are picking. Okay. All right. Well, I use that one. So I'm going to use these. Okay. All right. So what's this Three of Swords and worry about for Gemini? Does it have anything to do with someone being very selfish in a relationship and possibly cheating or at least doing things to the detriment of your well-being and self-esteem? Maybe. What's this Three of Swords in Gemini? Wait for Gemini. So you've been dealing with someone for a while. Broke your heart. Quite possibly this could be dealing with some dormant or latent issue. Not using the word correctly, but issues from your past as well. That it feels like this always happens in a relationship, or this could just be somebody you've had some longevity with, and they've just caused you some heartache. The thing is, this has happened before. Whatever's happened now is the final straw. You're finding out more of what has happened, but this is not the first time. I shouldn't say it's not the first time. The behavior falls in line with what you know about this person. It is not a shock that there might be like, oh my gosh, they've never cheated on me before. But them kind of not valuing you or consulting you or considering you, that is not a shock. You dealt with that with them before. So here comes February. What's this Hermit about for 20 for Gemini? What's this Hermit about? It could be Virgo. Yeah. Thinking about, okay, so here we have cards of memory and things from long ago coming full circle, realizing this might be a little nostalgia and just heartbroken. I can't believe they did that, but then I can because I'm not shocked, but I just never thought it would come to this. And then we've got you thinking and worry about some decisions need to be made. What am I going to do? But these aren't lighthearted decisions. This is taking into account the entire history with this person and maybe even your own childhood or your own personal issues, taking that into account, thinking about your next steps with this person. It's this Eight of Wands. This Eight of Wands. I don't think this is about reconciliation. I think this is just you reflecting on your history. And what's this Eight of Wands for Gemini? The Hermit, more reflection. Perhaps you're receiving some news. Perhaps they move out. Perhaps you move out. Change of location. Things are happening at a quick pace. Maybe they feel kind of shocking and jarring. And still thinking and reflecting on what to do, making the decisions about this fallout. You're not going back. That's the thing. You're this time, whatever reason, this takes the cake. This is you going up. This is a game changer. I don't want to go back to this. You have let me down in the past, but you've never done that. Whatever that is, that betrayal, that deceptive act, finding out the depth of that is what's really disturbing, because we had you just staying up at night thinking about this. It's occupying a lot of brain space, and we had you finding out some news. So perhaps you're finding out to the depth that someone was not very honorable with you. And this is the fallout we see of that. This is the aftermath. What's this Knight of Wands? This Knight of Wands. Leo about here. Nice. Okay, so things happen quite quickly, all the while you're still thinking, and then we've got you fast-paced moving forward. Friends come in to help, set you to rights, and you're like, drawing a line in the sand, not going back. It's about self-worth and self-respect, and here I go. Here's a new adventure starting. So it sees you by yourself, perhaps much more social, or not like all of a sudden you're just ready to part. No, but this is a period of withdrawal and reflection and maybe being under yourself. But things happen very quickly. And now you've got friends coming in to help move you. Perhaps this is moving you out of the house or where you live, relocating. Maybe you move in with a friend. but this is for your self-esteem and for your self-respect. It's about self-worth, that you're just not doing this again. You're not going back. This is your new normal now. You're starting off on your own. What's this world about? You're closing out a cycle with this. And I'm not making this up, and I swear, we're doing a deep dive here. So this is, it's not going to be all rosy. What's this world card about for Gemini? This world card. The Magician, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. So we've got the Star card for these next 4 months here. So we got, and figuring out what to do, taking everything into account. It is final, figuring out how to let go, how to end it. But now that it's ended, what are the next steps? This is huge. May is huge. May is pivotal. Happy birthday, by the way, if you're a Gemini. This is a pretty big transformational month. You're up and running, you're relocated, you're starting off, and then now it's time to make the decisions to actually move forward, more adjusting to the new normal, figuring out what you're going to do. So begins the healing. This Ace of Wands. Oh, hello. Are we meeting someone? This is not dating. This is you relocating. This is a lot of stuff happening. Friends coming in to support you, but not necessarily a social time. What's this Ace of Wands in for Gemini? 9 of Wands. We see that here also. Okay. Putting something out there, but it's not. Is this not dating? What is this dating? It's this Knight of Cups. Gemini. This is, now we're getting into King of Cups. Why? Okay. So are they coming back around again? Don't you do it. What's this 9 of Wands and this Ace of Wands again? Okay, so we've got you going for, so this is more reflection, deciding what to do, starting off on your own, being wiser for it, in search of your happy place, in search of your happily ever after. This is you getting vertical on it. This is you starting to pursue, getting grounded and going after what you want, what resources you, what fills you up, what is your thing. Being free to pursue that now. What is this? What's this King of Cups? Is this person coming back again, or is this somebody new? What's this King of Cups? So in pursuit of your happiness, perhaps this is somebody you meet. Something, you start off on something. Could very well be someone coming in. But there's this reluctance, maybe even some, like a chip on your shoulder. But I don't think you're offering anything. And is this somebody new? What's this King of Cups and this Knight of Cups? Gemini. Queen of Swords. This is someone you meet online. Okay. Could be Libra, Pisces. So could be somebody you meet online. This could be someone that you're talking to about. I don't think so. I think this is somebody you meet online. There could be a lot of online dating or pursuing things online, getting to know someone online. But it feels oddly specific, and it feels like someone's offering to you. Is this your person coming back and you're going, all right, this is how it's going to be? I vote for no, just saying. I don't like it. I hope not. I want somebody new for you. What's this Hierophant about? Because I don't think that this is like, oh, didn't know any better. Sorry. No, you don't do this not knowing any better. What's this Hierophant about for Gemini? What's this Hierophant? Now we're getting into this. 10 of Pentacles. Well, I guess you are. I guess you are talking to your person. Because we got this offer coming in. No, we got this hope, renewal, faith coming in, things healing, things going to take a long time to heal. And is this someone coming back in with an offer and they're trying to not be emotional about it? They're trying to be mature, trying to be the bigger person. And this is you going, all right, I've got some things to say. This could be male or female. We're not talking about... she said, he said. This could be, but this is whoever your person is, they're going to be listening a lot to what you have to say. Is that what this is? I don't like it. Because they're going to have to earn the keys to the kingdom again. August is all about stability and getting really grounded and things being stable and a continuation of this 9 of Pentacles. We got the Pentacles here. I think this is you by yourself. I think you might be listening to what your person has to say, or this is a new person, because here you are pursuing your happy in. but it doesn't show you meeting up with anybody, right? It shows you taking decisive steps forward and being like, hey, I'm alive again. But what this right here, this could be you meeting someone, or this is your person coming back in and you're objectively listening to what they have to say. But there are no decisions made, and this is still you by yourself. This is not remarrying. This is not marriage. This is not getting into a connected, committed partnership. This is you reestablishing firm control and being grounded in your life. It's a learning curve, and you are focused on stability in this. What's this Chariot about? Now we get into Knight of Cups and the High Priestess reversed. Okay, so that's Pisces. We got an offer. We got movement in the romantic arena. This could be just a physical relationship, just a physical relationship with someone. Maybe they want more, but you're just like, nope, I don't want any strings attached. No depth. I don't want any depth to this. I don't. Okay. This could be discarding your intuition or not listening to your intuition. This could be you need to listen to your intuition about an offer that is being made to you. Time to listen to your intuition about that. What's this Chariot about for Gemini for November? Chariot for September 2020. Six of Swords. All right. Moving on. Interesting. Remember, Cancerian. You could be dealing with a Cancerian. So this is all about movement, right? But is it moving on or moving forward? Perhaps this is thinking it over, because there's a lot of introspection here. But also wondering what is going to bring. Your focus is on stability and control and things returning to a stasis. That's the focus. So perhaps you're thinking, what's going to bring me the stability? What's going to bring me what I need? Because I'm putting myself first now. And perhaps we're just too different. Maybe I just want to have done with the whole thing and move on and forget the whole thing. And I am hell-bent on moving forward. And because we've got all this initiation energy here, after this heartbreak and this thinking and decisive action, I'm going to put myself forward. I got friends helping me. Things are happening really fast. I'm going to take advantage of that. All this momentum. And then you withdrawing a little bit to be like, nope, really focused on stability. And then you just decide, I think I'm just best suited leaving this drama behind and keeping up this assertive, victorious momentum here that I've established in the middle part of the year. This is Queen of Wands, Gemini. You could date. This isn't to the exclusion of a relationship, but your focus is on stability. This is Queen of Wands for Gemini. Aries. Three of Wands. Can you see this? Not really. All right, so we got Three of Wands. Good. So this could be over because it doesn't look like you're going to go for the relationship thing with your person coming back in. If this is a new person, you could be involved with them and they're kind of helping you to get over this. Not that that's what you tell them. Like, well, I'm just going to date. It's none of that. But you're not going back to your person. Whoever you left is staying left. There could be somebody new that you find is really helpful in getting you to leave the drama behind and move forward. But your focus is on your stability and your family, your kids, your whatever, getting things reset and grounded for yourself. That's been a theme across the board for all of these readings, is people breaking away from toxic patterns and focusing on themselves. So this is no different. So if this is somebody new, I do believe your person's going to come back and ask for a second chance. They're going to be on their best behavior. You're not buying it. And it's because intuitively you know that this offer could be faulty, not foundationally secure. So you've got somebody that knew possibly that you met online. They're going to be helping you transition, but it's not going to be anything committal. You really are going to enjoy the freedom, and this could be dating, a very social month for you. It could be a new job opportunity too, in particular, coming in. So if you've been looking at a job change or job shift, this very well could be the month where you see some interview requests, job offers, that sort of thing. But this is all about your options and getting return on those offers, or putting things out there and getting return on that in the month of November. relationship and business. Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. Remember the Lovers card. Number 20 for Gemini. What is that? Gemini 20. Page of Wands. Are we meeting somebody? Are we dealing with a new person here who's in the background, and then you're making a decision about, you know what, I think I'm gonna give this a shot. I think I might be ready. I think I might be ready to actually date. No commitments, no agreements, but just maybe I want to spend more time with this person. See what that's all about. So we've got a decision and kind of going with something new and exciting in number. That could be a new job offer. You decide on one job offer and you really think it's a good fit, or this could be now that the things are opening up for you, options. Remember, you're actually devoting a little bit more time to see where this goes with the new relationship. Again, though, it could be work related, and you're really finding one job in particular that you just think would be a really good fit for you. What's this King of Cups again? What's this? King of Cups for Gemini. King of Cups. Good for you. Both of these are Pisces. King of Cups and Hangman, Pisces. So, very Piscean energy. Not making any decisions, letting things fall where they... Staying in your power. This could be male or female. This is all about, you're not getting emotional about something. Rather, you're looking at something objectively, with objective compassion, or compassionately objective, in the sense that your focus is on staying balanced emotionally. And if you start to get a little wonky, you start to feel yourself kind of get overly emotional about something, that's when I'm not saying you should, that's when you actually do it. You decide, I'm not going there. Nothing is worth you getting back to this stage again. And you actively move through the year, becoming more assertive and decisive about what you want. It picks up momentum and you actually like it. And you're like, I like this new normal. I like this here. I don't want to go back to where I was. I'm not making any decisions. I'm going to let things fall where they, but I am going to be focused on myself and security. And that's where my focus and my attention and drive is going to be. You do have a relationship showing up in your person's coming back, but you got a new one also. But it's not going to be anything that you're going to really want to move forward and just go like gangbusters. Your focus is firmly on yourself. Not selfishly so, but you're not wanting anything heavy or any attachments. You close out the year starting something with someone, but you've also got some job opportunities coming in, and you're more focused on job and security than you would be on your person, but there is something starting here. But there's no decisions being made, and you're just in a place where you're letting whatever happens. What else for Gemini? Ha! There it is. Freedom is yours. Yay. Good. You're due. You kind of were sequestered in this situation. So this is all about you breaking free, that new normal, and that picking up momentum and liking it, liking the freedom, liking that you have choice in your own life, and you're not willing to compromise that. Not that you're not willing to compromise, you're just not willing to compromise your self-worth and self-respect for the sake of a relationship. And the right relationship wouldn't ask you to do that either. The right dynamic. Let's see. All right, so let's see what that one. The Mystic Circle. Your abilities will be enhanced. All right, psychic time for you. A very intuitive psychic time. Needing to listen to your intuition, follow your gut. Where's that Six of Wands, Six of Swords, right here too. That can factor into future decisions, and particularly when your person comes back. I think you're just going to have bells going off and like, whoa, no, whoa, do not lose any ground. We just kind of got out of the woods with this. You got some perspective. Don't backpedal. Don't backtrack. It feels like that's going to be reawakened also because you kind of shunned that in this situation, because it kind of becomes about surviving and just going through instead of having the time and space to connect within, because you're so busy. You kind of turn that off when you start to not get your needs met. It's easier to shut that down instead of have this nagging need and still try to maintain a facade of a relationship or a connection. It's like something has to give or get sacrificed. So your intuition's coming back online also, and then this flipped with that. This is the King, authority and diplomacy, and we've got the King a couple of times here. I like this though. This is the Chariot. They drive the Emperor around, so That's that assertiveness and that forward movement, that victory. So again, establishing that authority and control and stability in your life, and that's not budging. So freedom is yours, and you're in a kingly position. It's you deciding who and what you interact with. Plus, you got job opportunities coming in. Not too shabby. Okay, last one. And then I do the dice. This is for Gemini. Oh, so pretty. Two of Wands. Lovely. Choice, choice, choice. Good for you. Freedom is yours, and you have the choice. Being in a position of authority to make decisions about your own life. Intuition coming back online. Breaking free and deciding no more. Good for you. All right. What's for Gemini? Justice reversed. High Priestess. So we've got a situation that was out of whack, out of balance. Someone not willing to be accountable, say they're sorry. Someone not willing to give what they should, and it's ending. And intuitively, when that ends, when this gets pushed out of the way, your intuition kicks in. Because both of these cards are about opposites and balance. And you've got someone that just isn't interested in that the way with what you want. And so this becomes a solo mission of sorts about you finding the balance for yourself and your intuition. This could be a highly intuitive year for you. Again, you kind of blocked that before, and now that's coming back online. Looks like in a big way. Okay. All right, Gemini. I hope this was helpful, and luck and love to you. I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.